Hello everybody, we are back for our next lesson, and today we are going to be reading all about Margaret Knight and the Paper Bag. It's by Virginia Hagen. Margaret Knight was an inventor in the late 1800s. Her most famous invention can be found in stores all over the world, the brown paper bag. Now you know my theme. I've been trying to choose people that maybe are so well not known. This is definitely somebody, a good chance you've never heard of her, and but she did amazing things in her life. Now I'm going to go to our goals here for today. Remember, for any of these biography lessons, we always have two goals. We have a reading goal, and today it's I can determine, and you can read it with me here at I can determine. Ready? I can determine the main idea of a text and key details for support. Remember that determine means to figure out. So I'm going to try to figure out. Now, you're going to see we're going to be kind of like combining that main idea, key details again. We're not doing a summary at all, but we are just trying to look for like those really, really big, most important things. Why is this person remembered? Why should we remember Margaret Knight? And we're going to be using this reading goal for a social studies goal. I can explain, read it with me. I can explain how specific or certain Margaret Knight people have done important actions or things to help change the world around them in history. Those big past events. Make sure I don't lose my book here. Now, while we're doing that today, in Schoology, so you've already seen this, you've already opened it up, but because you're watching this video, but we're going to be doing Biography Lesson 6, learning about people using a DLIQ graphic organizer. So remember, my screen always looks different because I have everything here waiting to send to all of you. So all you did see was Biography Lesson 6, learning about people using a DLIQ graphic organizer. When you opened it up, you saw that you had a step 1 of open this video and watch it. Well, we're going to do this next step, the biography DLIQ graphic organizer. We're going to open this up. In the top right corner, we're going to hit our action button, the rectangle with an arrow. Send it off to Notability. Create new note. Always do create new note. In the top right corner, hit import. And at the top, I'm going to make sure to get my name on there. And it's just great to see everybody always doing that. It helps me so much when I'm looking through everybody's, so I can celebrate all of you and your good thinking. Make sure I don't lose the book. Awesome. And we're going to talk about our organizer here and how it's going to work. Now, you have done these before, so this is not a new thing, but I'm going to still take some time to review it. DLIQ biography graphic organizer. So we do have a goal at the top, and you can read it with me at I can identify. I can identify key details to build background information about an important person. So background information is basically just getting to know that person, getting to learn as much as we can. And identify, that's basically another word for figure out. Okay, so the DLIQ is broken into two parts, two columns. So we have the question side and we have the idea side. So the first question is, what did you do? Then the second question is, what did you learn? Third question is, what was interesting? And the fourth question is, what questions do you have? And then in the second part is where you're going to be recording all of those things. So you're just going to be kind of thinking about these sections as we are going. In each of these things, you're probably going to want to write 2 to 3 ideas for each of these to get a really good, strong showing of what you're learning. Now, we are not going to be reading the whole book about Margaret Knight. It's quite a long one, a lot of information, but I'm going to show you some really good highlights. And if this is a good book to you, definitely come into Epic to check it out. A woman. How often do you think about paper bags? You probably don't, but you use them all the time. Paper bags are everywhere. Bags make it easy for people to carry things from one place to another. There are many reasons why people use paper bags. When people shop, they need to put things somewhere. They can choose a paper or plastic bag. People also put their lunches in brown bags. So just a really good introduction to kind of make you think why you should care about this. Margaret Knight invented the paper bags we know today. She was an American inventor. Knight was born on February 14th, 1838 in Maine. After her father died, her family moved to New Hampshire. She only went to school for a few years before she had to drop out. Knight had to help take care. That's a picture of her. Knight's nickname was Maddie. Knight had to help take care of her siblings and make money. She went to work at a cotton mill, and sibling being her younger brothers or sisters. And a cotton mill is a place where they make cotton. She saw an accident at the cotton mill. A worker was hurt by one of Mill's machines. At only 12 years old, Knight invented a safety device to stop future accidents. Her bosses at the mill liked her invention so much that they used it. She was always tinkering. And tinkering means you're kind of playing around, building, creating. She built toys for her brothers. She made a foot warmer for her mother. She fixed problems she saw around the house. She used whatever tools and materials were available. So some of these images in here, or these captions and things, aren't necessarily about her, but it's just getting you thinking about engineering and creating. Like just this one right here. Look around the house. Look for problems to fix. Invent something to solve the problem. That's really what she did a lot. Here, inventors go through many phases of trial and error. So just showing some of the product designs. Kind of like we do when we do our engineering. An idea. Knight left the mill because of health problems. She took a job at the Columbia Bag Company. She found problems to fix there too. She thought it'd be easier to pack things in bags if they had flat bottoms. She also thought it took too long to make bags by hand. So this is a picture of a big machine. Machines help make work easier and faster. She drew plans and built a model out of wood. Her machine folded and glued paper to form flat-bottom brown paper bags. It made over 1,000 bags in a short amount of time. Workers weren't sure about Knight's machine. They doubted women could invent useful things. Knight didn't quit. She went to a local shop and worked with a machinist. She made a model out of iron. She kept improving it. She worked with more machinists. She applied for a patent. A patent is basically saying, this is my idea. Nobody else can take my idea. Nobody can steal it. But to her surprise, someone else had already filed for one. Charles Annan had stolen Knight's idea. Annan was one of the machinists who worked with Knight. Knight fought back. She took Annan to court. She said the patent was hers. Annan said a woman was not capable of inventing such an innovative machine. Innovative mean very creative. Knight showed proof, sharing her drawings and models. She won the patent in 1871. So going back here, inventors sketch out their ideas, just like we did during engineering. Here, just a good picture, just an image of just a court. Courts make decisions about the law. Make a guess. Get paper bags of different sizes. How many items can you fit into each bag? Make a guess. It's just kind of just a fun activity. A legacy. Knight was more than an inventor. She was also a businesswoman. After making the machine, she formed the Eastern Paper Bag Company. Her legacy can be seen in how she changed their daily lives. Before Knight's invention, shoppers carried items in wooden crates or in paper cones. Paper bags were more like envelopes. This wasn't very handy. Knight's paper bags made life easier. Her bags are used around the world. So here's another little paragraph too, just to kind of tell you a little bit about that time. Women were not treated fairly during Knight's lifetime. They were not taken seriously. Knight showed the world that women could be inventors. She filed over 20 patents and created over 100 inventions. She invented all types of things. She made a machine that cut the soles of shoes. She made a shield for dresses and skirts. It helped protect the clothing against rain, snow, and mud. She made special engines. She loved inventing machines and tools. Newspapers compared her to Thomas Edison even. And just here, today, thousands of machines based on Knight's ideas are in use around the world. Okay, I'm just going to show you the organizer quick again. We're going to be answering these questions, and we'll come back and finish. But what did we do while we were reading? What did we learn? What was interesting? And what questions do we have?